Hello and welcome to the video lecture associated with data characteristics in a data warehouse. We're going to talk about two different types. We've got status data versus event data. We also have transient versus periodic data. So initially we're going to talk about status versus event. So we've got our before image and our after image. You can think about this should bring back memories of transactions. We talked about transactions. So we have, before event triggers and after event triggers. So if that is any kind of reminder of where we're going with this, we've got our before image. So this is the way the data was before the event happened. Then an event is going to happen. So in this case, looks like we're talking about a bank transaction. So we've got this account on 4/22/2010 had $750 in it. We're having some kind of update event happen to that record on 4/27 where we're withdrawing $50, and then we have an after image status that shows what the record looks like afterwards. So these are the different kinds of, so this is status, so status, event, and then after status, all resulting from an event. Then we've got transient versus periodic data. So transient data is just what it sounds like. It's transient. It gets destroyed. We've got table X, right? And that's the 10/9 is the date. So here we've got what the table looked like on 10/9. We've got 4 records, as you can see. Then on 10/10, we've got transactions happening, right? So our O2 record is changed from CD to RD. Our fourth record is changed from GH to YH. And then we've added a new record, right? Record 5, which is consists of MN. So as of 10/10, we no longer know that on 10/9 the O2 record was CD and the O4 record was GH. So we simply don't have that, right? So it's transient. The records are overwritten. We lose history. And this is very common. And what happens is, as time goes by, people start to realize, and again, this should be taken care of when you're developing your database, but initially, with someone with not a lot of experience starts to put a database together, they just start overwriting, and and it's not for a while that they realize that they've lost history. So then they put things in place where they don't lose history, and we're going to talk about that with periodic data. And then you can see on October 11th, we actually delete out record 4, and we make a change to record 3. So instead of being EF, it's ET, etc. You get the idea, transient versus periodic data. So that's transient, we're just overriding. Now in periodic data, what happens is this requires more storage space. So on October 9th, here's our records as they were, and then we see that there's a new column called action, which is going to try to keep track of the event that happens. And then on 10/10, we see that we have a transaction, but instead of erasing the record 2, we actually have a date column. You'll see this in last updated date, last updated by type columns, created columns, created date column, created user columns. You'll see that in almost every database in the world these days. And here what we're doing is, in order for you to find out what any particular record looked like on a particular date, you would have to use the date column to filter to find, say, the max date associated with a particular key value, so you can see what that record looked like on a particular day. So the records are never actually deleted. So you can imagine how much more disk space you're going to need with this system than you would need with a transient data system. And remember, back in the day, long time ago, disk space was very, very expensive. So this kind of storage would have been frowned upon because, hey, we just can't store, we just can't waste space keeping track of this. Nowadays, disk space is very, very inexpensive. And we need our historical data, so hence we can do this. Or we can simply realize that we are snapshotting into an operational data store. So the fact that we have an operational data store may make storing data like this unnecessary. So we start snapshotting our data, moving it into a data store. We may realize a cost savings, but that means we have to re-engineer and re-architect our operational data store so that it doesn't store data like this anymore. So you can see how how changes to technology can cause wide-ranging effects on your data. And that is the end of the video lecture on data characteristics.